major session here at the company came here, did a demonstration and all of that, and I listened to it, and in our Quran it says, Allah tells us, reverence the womb that bore you. See, and there's nowhere in there does he equate reverence with anything other than himself, but the womb that bore us. So that has to be very important. So it's up to men in Islam to protect the women. So I saw this as a total Islamic kosher halal product, in that it was protecting women, and that's the obligation of men, to protect their women. And when men are so important in this movement, because once men become sensitive to what bothers the women, then that's a better relationship. And we should, as men, be sensitive to the problem that women have. So
yes.
The other thing was to test the product, because I had a lot of pain myself. I used the product.
All right.
When you're in testimony, I'm gonna give my testimony. But now, because I had very painful. I had calluses on my foot cord, and they were painful. I go this way, I almost fall down. So after my daughter did this demonstration, she used the pad, she get it all wet and everything. She gives me the negative ion strip, and I put it on the bottom. I said, I'm gonna test this out. So I put it on the bottom of my foot on the cord. Never had any more pain.
Wow.
All going away. I could walk and do this.
Yes.
No pain. No pain. So I'm sold on it.
All right.
I have more to say, but I'll
All
just
right,
say
we
that
come
right
back.
now.
We got some more questions for you. Thank you. And Shanette, tell me about how you were first introduced to the campaign.
Okay. Well, I was first introduced to the campaign back in December of 2016. A friend of mine, Stacy, she actually sent me a video. And I was watching the video, and what I first thought was, what is this man going to tell me about these pads that I don't know, right? But as I continued to watch the video and just listen to the health concerns that were associated with the pad, how it was manufactured, I was like, oh, I know nothing about these things. So just by watching the video, I felt that would be something that I would definitely use for me and my daughter. But then in March of 2017, the founders actually came to Wilmington, Delaware, and I went to a live focus group. And it was after sitting in the room listening to the ladies testify about how Cherish had changed their lives, how they no longer had debilitating cramps, how they were able to get up and go to work, make their money and go to school, that I felt that I had to join the Now We Know movement, because I can't know about the information and not share it. So after being in that environment and just listening to how their lives were changed, I felt that I had to join Inspire Network and just educate people so that they could become aware and know about Cherish.
Excellent.
Wow.
So excited.
Yes.
All right, Imam, if you could just share with me a little bit about your perspective in terms of being a man, and how you were able to move away from what I would say our experiences in terms of a woman and her cycle being kind of a taboo subject. Tell us a little bit more about your involvement.
Yes, well, I grew up with 7 sisters. 7 sisters never knew they used the pad. Never. It was something that those days was under the table, you know. I couldn't even go to the store to buy it. But go to the store, you put them under your shoulder like this, hide them, you know. You didn't want to be seen with, or something was seen with that. But once I found out what it was doing, you know, then I became, you know, I got involved in it, because I know this is helping women. And as I said before, it's our obligation to take care of our women, you know. And you have to be able to comfort. What I always say, you can never appreciate the beauty of a woman until you know how to comfort her mind. And when you comfort her in this way, you comfort her mind. And then the beauty of her comes out.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's a plus for the men. 2 days less on the cycle is a plus for the men.
Amen.
I'm just being real.
That's right.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know. I appreciate that point of view, that education, and speaking speaking from your heart as well. I
Right.
mean, we comforted just by hearing that.
Words,
Awesome, hearing the words. All right, LaDonna, you talked about being a research scientist.
Yes.
Okay, so help me understand or share with us from that particular view how either this campaign or this product supports that for you.
Well, actually, this campaign actually solves an issue that women have been dealing with for a long time, and that is abnormal periods. Feeling heavy, and so it's correcting those things. And so, doing research, I've done ovarian cancer and the abnormal period for over 10 years when we studied it, and there was no solution. The only solution was to just put a heating pad. We know that there's an imbalance in hormones, but I believe the combination of balancing the hormones and wearing the pads can actually solve the whole issue over time. And I've seen it in my office. And so my clients, I run out of product all the time because they really appreciate. I just had an event yesterday. I ran out of product because they really get it and they understand it, and it will speak for themselves. The workings of it, that iron strip is amazing.
Can you, just to piggyback on that, because
Yes.
I know based on my experience with the negative ion strip, but give me a little bit about the science behind the negative ion strip.
Okay, so and there are molecules that have a positive and negative ion, positive anion and negative ion. So it draws. The negative draws out or draws towards it. And so when the pad is actually engineered when the ion strip is actually engineered into the pad and we are actually sitting on the pad, it helps draw out some of the toxins. And so therefore the body can naturally rehabilitate itself or start the healing process. And because the womb is shedding, that part is coming down, those cells coming down, then the healing process can also happen at the same time because of the ion strip that's in it. So it rebalances.
Absolutely.
Should have learned us today.
So a follow-up question to that, why has it been so important to find that balance?
Abnormalcy no one should actually have abnormal to be normal, which means they shouldn't live with aches and pains. So no more, they're limited when they have those things. When women cannot get out the bed, when they feel nauseous, that's a limitation and they cannot function. So the solution with having the ion strip in there helps bring down those things because it also helps clears up the blood a little bit. You're bleeding already, which is a natural cleansing process. But what happens that's abnormal is the crampiness, the cells come out in clumps. The imbalance of the hormones, you might have too much estrogen in the body because of food and water and those environmental or those synthetic estrogens that we consume. And because of that, those things need to be flushed out. We need to detoxify. So the ion strip also acts like a little bit of a detoxifier in small amounts. So when you're balancing hormones, so you're doing a 2-for-1. You want to heal as the 1. But the 2 is the balancing the hormone and then also small amounts of detoxification while your body is naturally releasing, which we all have to go through. All women have to go through that.
Excellent. Thank you. Shanette. Shanette has been directly responsible for so much of my learning, as getting started in this particular campaign. So what I'd like you to share with us is how do you see the impact of the Now We Know movements in the community? What's been your experience with that?
My experience has been that once people learn the information, they are looking for a solution. So many people are unaware of the health concerns that are associated with the pads that's being sold in the stores. They know nothing about the manufacturing process. They know nothing about the chemicals and how it's impacting our bodies. But once you explain and educate them on the bleaching process, and then it just starts clicking. They put 2 and 2 together. That's the reason I have a yeast infection every month. That's the reason I have a bacterial infection, UTIs, you name it. The list is long. If you actually Google health concerns for sanitary napkins and tampons, you'll see that the list is long because the ingredients that's used to make it, from the dioxin to the furans, those things actually can lead to ovarian cancers, uterine cancers, many of the feminine health concerns. So once they're made aware, they actually want an alternative. And then we're able to provide them with Cherish, which will provide them a safe, natural alternative to the pads that we've been buying in the stores. So the impact that I've seen on the community is basically an eye-opening. Once they know better, they want to do better, and we're able to offer that through Cherish.
Excellent. So our closing question, as it relates to World Menstrual Day, okay? So just a word or two about how you feel about that and how it's important to you, and why you even agreed to be part of this panel. And we'll start with LaDonna.
I also want to piggyback on what she also said, is that I believe that we didn't have another option. Because we only had that one option, we had to use what we had to use. So we suffer still, even though we know the toxicity is there. But Cherish is giving you an option, a very good solution, proven option, that this could be an alternative for the cramps and for all the less toxins. Because that's the way we're going right now. Who wants toxicity? Who wants that? No one wants that. And why should you suffer with that? So women, every woman, from young girls from the age of now, 11,
8,
to women who having menopause after 50. How many generations is that? And then think about how many hours we've been sitting on the bleaching and all of that stuff. That's many hours, many years. We can stop that generational curse thing, I think, with the hands as Cherish has been the answer.
Iman, we have some parting words and why you agreed to be on the panel and even, put yourself in the limelight, so to speak, about this.
Well, Cherish automatically puts you in the limelight. Once you explain that to people, you light them up, and you light up seeing a reaction from them. I'm a manufacturer of pies. I manufacture pies. And I'm in 38 ShopRite stores, and I did a demonstration in Philadelphia, and the CEO of ShopRite was there. And when I saw him come up, see, men don't use it. Here's a man came up, he rubbed his hand across that pad. That was it. You showed the difference, wet and dry. He said, Ali, I gotta have that pie in my 38 stores, I gotta have that pad. And that's what he did. And next month we're gonna deliver his first 1,000 pad order he has. And he should be doing that twice a month. So that's our worldview of how this pad will really connect and take its place.
Shanad, close us out.
Well, I was excited to be involved in Menstrual Hygiene Day because it brings light to something that a lot of people across this country and across the world consider taboo. And that is talking about a menstrual cycle. That is talking about women having accessibility to actually clean water and the supplies that they need on a monthly basis to take care of their feminine health and hygiene. So just by knowing that I'm able to educate others about a healthy, safe, natural alternative, and that we're giving back by educating people was the highlight of the invite. I actually saw an article where the Meghan Markle, she's an ambassador basically for World Menstrual Hygiene Day, and just getting the word out and letting people know this is not a taboo subject. Women need to be educated, women need to be made aware, and that's what our campaign does. We make women aware.
All right.
Thank you. I'd like to, let's give a round of applause to